Hey folks, NWA Prepper here. I'm going to kind of show you, you can see the house behind me and this house, and there's another one and another one and another one and another one and another one, and then everyone wave, and then there's an apartment complex behind us. So when people tell me that they don't have storage, they don't have room to do things, I'm gonna show you what my friend did and what he created in his backyard, and he's going to describe it all to you and tell you what it is or how he built it and things. But let's see. So anyway, so we're going to turn around and we'll get to that in a moment. I just really want to point out that the reason we're talking about this is I want you guys to know that you can be prepared and you can store your stuff anywhere you are. And so we'll get to that and we'll show you what's going on. Hold on. All right, folks, this is the shed that Bobo, he couldn't decide what to use, so he said, hey Bobo.
Hi, I'm Bobo.
So that's what he built in his backyard, and he is going to describe to you what he used to build it, because it wasn't exactly a trip to Home Depot. All right, Bobo.
It wasn't a trip to Home Depot. So you can find some local people around where you are. Look at Craigslist, call some friends that you have that have chicken houses and stuff like that, because sometimes they repurpose material. And so actually a lot of the material from this shed is from a guy I know that repurposes chicken houses. And so
you can't see, but there's a really cute little girl right there.
Here, I'll go get you a banana. Hey, he's gonna get you a banana. Go. And so
I want a banana too.
I know they're really good. They're high in potassium. So when you get cramps, you need bananas. Dehydration, they're good for that too. So all the metal and all the 2x4s are actually purchased from my recycle guy. And it was a lot cheaper. I probably only have $400 or $500 tops in this shed, but it's mostly because of the decking and the big old lag bolt that we used to tie the pallets together.
And those are what you got at the hardware store.
And I did buy the lag bolts at the hardware store, and these nice little weather-proofed tin metal screws, self-tapping. And so actually you can kind of see the doors kind of hidden. You know, to the average person it looks kind of like it's just a seam, but that actually is where I just grab it and open the door. I didn't want to put a handle on it just to make it not obvious, but inside you can see that we made this big old door just with 2x4s and screws and tin, and then on the inside we stacked pallets. And actually my foundation, I did put 4x4s and cement holes, made holes and put cement in them and cemented in the 4x4s that are right here. And then everything, nothing else is on the ground, nothing else is touching dirt. Everything is on these half cinder blocks. And so I just laid them on their side so they were flatter, and all the walls sit on those, and then the flooring sits on those as well. And the flooring actually is still pallets. So I had a lot of pallets sitting around, and that's what we used. We used pallets, and we actually did pre-drill our holes so that we could get these big old lag bolts in there. And those lag bolts are actually about this long.
Now, is this a plan that you found online, or did you just come up with it?
I came up with it. I didn't find anything online. I looked around and saw a lot of different people's pallet shed ideas, but after looking at a few, I said, really, it's not that hard. A lot of people put 2x4s between them or 4x4s between them and put posts in the ground. And I just decided just to do my 4 corners of posts, and they are 4x4s with cement again. But everything else, except for one little gap over here that kind of didn't fit right, I put in 2x4s there. But that's about it.
Well, man, this looks really great. Thank you for sharing. How long do you think it took you to make this?
Well, the cementing and the post you have to do at least a day, preferably 2 to 3 beforehand. After that, I mean, really, I went through and pre-drilled all of the pallets.
Oh, where the lag bolts?
Where the lag bolts were. After trying one of them, doing one by hand, and that's it.
Did it split, I guess?
Kinda. So that's when we started drilling everything. And then I just went through and drilled all the bolts. Drilled the bolt holes through the first pallet, and then it just screwed into the second one. So we didn't pre-drill the second pallet, just the first pallet. And it doesn't go all the way through, but yeah. So we did that and put the pallets together, and then to tie them together top to bottom, we did just use some 2x4, some junk 2x4 extra little pieces between the two and screw those in.
How big would you say this is? 10 by 10, 10 by 12? Oh yeah, I can do math. Never mind.
12 by 16.
1 pallet, 2 pallet, 3
Yeah.
pallet.
So pallets are roughly, well, it's bigger than that because a typical pallet is about 3.5 foot by 4 foot or 3 foot by 4 foot. So it's in between there.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I forgot Babaloo or whatever.
Bubbo!
Babo. All right. Well, this is NWA Prepper telling you guys that you can make a storage unit wherever you want. You don't have to make it this big. If all you can do is 2 pallets by 2 pallets, then that's some storage space. You could insulate it if you wanted. I mean, it's endless. Oh, sorry, we'll come back out here. It's got the slanted roof. And it's right here in the middle of town, folks. If he can, well, number one, if he can do this, anybody can do it. But there's no reason you can't do something like this out of scraps or things that you find. And you can get your own storage unit wherever you need it. Thanks for watching. And remember, let's get ready.